Galactic humans neglected their ugly alien dog. But what happened next would shock everyone. In the floating city of Novaris, orbiting the twin stars of the Andros system, humans had brought pets from every corner of the galaxy. Exotic birds with crystal wings, lizards that change colors with their mood, and feline hybrids that could teleport short distances. But among all the prized creatures, one was mocked, ignored, and left behind, a lumpy, wrinkled, four-eyed creature named Drog. Drog wasn't like the others. His fur was uneven, wiry, and smelled faintly of rust. His four legs waddled in an awkward gait, and his oversized eyes bulged with constant confusion. The human family that adopted him did so on a bet, never expecting to keep him. He was named mockingly after a trash disposal unit. For months, Drog was kept in a cage at the edge of the family's rooftop garden, forgotten under synthetic rain and neon skies. The children stopped feeding him properly, and the parents never spoke his name again. When visitors came, they laughed at the creature behind the bars, calling him a mistake of evolution. But Drog never growled, never bit, never barked. He just waited until the night the stars screamed. It began with a pulse, an invisible wave that blacked out the artificial sun above Novaris. Sirens blared, communications cut off. Defense drones fell from the sky like broken toys. An unknown alien ship, massive and veiled in obsidian, descended without warning. It didn't fire weapons. It simply hovered, broadcasting a message in ancient galactic code, long forgotten by most species, except one. Inside his cage, Drog's four eyes blinked in sync. The static in the air vibrated through his bones. Then, for the first time in his miserable life, Drog howled, not with pain, but with purpose. The neglected creature's body shifted. His patchy fur rippled with energy. His hunchback straightened. The wrinkles on his face faded as light poured from his pupils like molten stars. Across the city, technology faltered. Weaponized drones turned to dust. Defense systems refused to respond. Panic erupted. Then, Drog's cage, long rusted shut, crumbled like sand. He walked calmly into the chaos. The family that once ignored him stood on the balcony, trembling as the alien ship focused a beam of light directly on their tower. People screamed. A crack opened in the skies. And Drog leapt, not at the humans, but into the light. In the blink of an eye, he was gone. When the light faded and the sky returned to normal, the alien ship had vanished. No damage, no war, no invasion, just peace. A day passed, then a week. Novaris' systems returned online. Scientists tried to explain it. Theories were broadcast. Nothing made sense until the broadcast began. Across the galaxy, every major human channel was hijacked. A deep, melodic voice echoed in every language, every tongue. Your kind forgot what it means to care for the small and strange. But the ones you mock often carry the keys to your salvation. The screen shifted, showing Drog standing tall on the bridge of the alien vessel, no longer ugly, but radiant with cosmic energy. Around him stood beings of light and energy, ancient guardians of peace called Iliari, beings who had long vanished from history. Until now, Drog was one of them, or rather, a larval form placed among the humans, to observe, to judge. Those who had cared for creatures like him in other cities were rewarded. New technologies, cures for diseases, resources beyond comprehension. But for Novaris, a warning. A week later, the human family who had owned Drog disappeared. Their penthouse was found abandoned, the walls etched with glowing alien script. Scholars translated it simply as, "The ugly you discard may be the divine you fear." In the years that followed, the story of Drog spread across the stars. Children whispered his name before bedtime. Statues of him were raised, not in beauty, but in the raw, wrinkled form he once had, and in homes across planets, shelters for ugly creatures overflow with volunteers. Humans began to see beyond the surface, because somewhere in the galaxy, Drog still watched, not with hatred, but with hope that maybe, just maybe, humanity would learn to see beauty in the unloved. And if they didn't, well, he'd be back,